Hello, Auto Model Rail fan. How you doing tonight? Oh, I'm fantastic. Hey, Scrumptious, what's going on, dude? I figured I'd get on here and run my train around for a little bit. It's always fun to do. Hope everybody's doing all right today. I ordered my lights for my buildings, so hopefully I'll get those, by next week or so. Once I get them, I'll go ahead and I'm going to do a live stream of installing them. I think that'll be pretty cool. Hey, Thrill Time. Hey, Nickel Plated. Hope everybody's doing all right. Running some trains around today. See like this one. Silver Model Railroad, how you doing? Appreciate you guys coming in. Not much going on other than running the train around the track. I'm just saying I was getting I ordered my light bulbs, so I'll be getting those pretty soon. Once I get them, we'll do a live stream of installing them into some of these buildings. Looks like there's a car about ready to derail. Yeah, looks alright now. Casper the Friendly Ghost, how you doing? I want it to be cool. I mean, it's still got a lot of work that has to be done on it yet, but it's getting there. Believe me, there's some areas that ain't done yet, but I'm working on it. I'll get to it. You're pretty much seeing, the finished product at the moment, at least for this portion of it anyway. Oh yeah, it just takes a little bit of time, no doubt about it. I'm in no rush, never have been. I just, play around with it when I feel like it. Of course, I got some things on order too, so once they get here, I'll be able to do more with it. I've been looking forward to putting those lights in the buildings for a while now. Especially, wanting to show off the stained glass that I did in that depot. So that's going to look really nice when it's done. But like I said, I finally ordered the light bulbs, so once I get those, I'm going to go ahead and do a live stream of installing them. Yeah. Yes, Terrell, they are. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Midnight Raven, how's it going? Nature Nerd, how's it going? Glad to see you guys come in. Yep, I'm doing pretty good. Just running the trains around for a little bit. It's always relaxing to go ahead and run the trains around. Hey, Digger. Casper just says he is divine. That's awesome. Still got a lot of scenery work to do, but I just haven't been feeling like doing it lately. I'll be looking forward to seeing some more videos of you there, nickel plating. Still got to do my road striping yet too. I haven't finished doing that yet either. I'd like to get a couple more boats in the water too. You know, I've only got the 2 canoes in there so far in a little fishing boat. Actually, you can see one of the canoes there. Here's the other one. Put them out there. They're not glued down yet. Not exactly sure where they're going to be. Oh yeah, no doubt, dude. Yeah, Nature Nerd, I'll check it out for sure. I like going to live streams. I like doing the live streams too. But it's always relaxing to head into a live stream. There. I have to get them glued in there eventually. But I intended on putting some waves in there, so I figured I'd just wait to do that before gluing them in. I'm probably going to just use some glue anyway to do the waves. So when I do that, that's when I'll glue down them boats. I just don't have the final placement for them yet. Still trying to work that one out. But I originally planned on watching football today, but then I made the mistake of watching the Detroit Lions play. Ended up turning that game off halfway through. Very, very disappointed. And I'm from Michigan, so I support them guys, you know. But I told Tracy today, I was like, heck with it. I ain't gonna support them no more. I'll just start watching the Kansas City Chiefs, since I'm in Missouri now anyway. Person can only take so much, you know. I've been dealing with those jokers for way too long. X33, how's it going? If you guys haven't liked the channel, go ahead and hit that like button, you know. It's always good to smash that like button. Check out everybody's channels too. Check out Scrumptious channel. He does a lot of live streams with his railroad. He also likes to buy the used engines and work on them, get them working again. Nickel Plate, he likes to do live streams. Kelly likes to do live streams. Everybody check out everybody's channel. Subscribe, hit the like button. Yeah, it's working pretty good today. So far, the Sparky Factor has not visited me, knock on wood, of course. Last couple live streams I've been doing, I've been having issues with derailment. Especially on this one that's coming through the bridge right here, but I think I got all that worked out now. Again, knock on wood. You never know when the spark defector might hit. Yeah, we're just running a regular steady camera today, man. Not panning around the layout or nothing. A lot of it's not done anyway. If anybody's new to the channel, welcome. Still got lots of work to do, but to be honest with you, when you start a layout, you don't never get it finished. Because there's always something to do on it. Whether it's a change or an improvement or something. Or if you want to add to the scenery you've already done, or if you don't like the ground foam, you decide to go with static grass. There's always something. Here guys, I'll give you another view of the layout here. That's a good picture of the yard right there in the Joplin Depot. Distribution center. All good stuff. Well, I haven't actually determined what the industries are actually going to be. But pretty much right here, right there's a mine. There's a little town. There's an industry back there. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. Distribution center, Joplin train depot, engine shed, and then another industry. And then over there, oil refinery. Yep, then of course right here is the yard. And I used a Kato Unitram track for that. And it's not really nighttime yet, so you can't really see the lights, but to give you an idea what these things look like. Get this plugged in. Here, you can't really see them good. Yeah. Yeah, I seen them come on, but it's not dark enough to really see them good. But it's got lights there already for the yard anyway. But I'll be getting more put onto the layout itself. No. No, I'm not decorating it for the Christmas. I actually thought about doing another small layout just for the holidays, something you could just, stick down on a round table and take down. Because I actually have a round table I could do something like that on. And me and Tracy, we only use a little Christmas tree anyway. We don't go and buy one of those real big ones. It's just me and her now, so don't need a huge one. But I was looking at a ghost train for Halloween. But it was an HO scale. And everything I do is an N. Although I wouldn't mind having a G scale train out in the out back, out in the yard. I'm always looking anyway. If I ever find something that's worth buying, I probably would do that. A plastic G scale engine? Well, it's a start, right? Got to start somewhere. No, but I go onto eBay every once in a while and I take a look at all that stuff. So if I ever come across something that's, I think is a deal, or I find something at a garage sale, I'll go ahead and get it. Whoops. Got in the way of that train. Yeah, he's going by now. There he goes. Yeah, I like the bridges. No, they were, I got the bridges off of eBay actually. With some other Kato track. But they were just plain Jane bridges, and I just couldn't deal with that, so of course I went ahead and painted them and weathered them. Make them look more realistic. Which I've been doing that with a lot of these things. I still haven't done these 3 houses over here, but I'll get to those eventually. It's probably hard for you guys to see that fence too, but I built that fence. Those are the 3 houses I'm talking about. I don't like the colors of them, so I'm going to change it up. And that fence is just made out of wire and tulle. Really? I'll have to check it out. Hey Wilmer, how you doing? Just running my train around, Wilmer. Hey, Irish train guy. Thanks guys, I appreciate it. It's getting better too. Believe me, I got a lot of work planned for it. And I got most of the stuff to do it. It's just actually doing it. It's kind of hard to find the time. When you're ready to do something, it seems like something comes up, or you don't feel like doing it, or you're not in the mood, or whatever the case is. But I can tell you one thing. I ordered those light bulbs, so as soon as they get here, I will be doing some of that. That's for sure. And I'll be starting with the Joplin Depot. That's cool, Weber Model Railroad. You have to let us know when you got it in eBay so we can check it out. I'm always looking for some Kato stuff. Some of this stuff, you know, come from mother-in-law and sister-in-law. Some of it came from the wife. eBay, garage sales. Some of it actually came from the backyard. Like these rocks that you see, them come from the backyard. I got little pieces of sticks and stuff of that nature in there, and that come from the backyard. I was actually thinking about doing my own dirt. Found a video on that where you can just go ahead and sift out the dirt, throw it in the oven, bake it, and then use it to do some scenery work. So I was thinking about doing that. Well, with it being, you know, getting it turned winter here, I should be able to get some stuff done to it. So I won't be outside as much, because usually I'm outside in the pool, but can't swim in the winter. Right now the pool's covered up, but you could go take a look at it real quick anyway. I mean, why not, right? There it is. It's the back deck, the garage, and the in-ground pool. It's got the cover on it right now. And this is where I was at, you know, when that tornado hit. I was right out here. And believe it or not, right behind that black pot, that's where the hospital was at that got pushed off its foundation. And then they ended up tearing it down, but that's the backyard anyway. So I was thinking about, because I got room back there, I could definitely do a G-scale train if I wanted to. Something I was thinking about. So Roy, so where are you going to be at for Thanksgiving? You going to be out on the road, or? The lost tapes. That's cool. Yeah, the reason I ask you, Roy, is you know, if you're going to be coming through Joplin around Thanksgiving time, you know, you're more than welcome to stop in. Alright. Well, like I said, if you're coming through Joplin, you know, around Thanksgiving time, you want to stop in, you know. We'll be doing up a pretty good dinner if you want to stop in. If you're going to be in the area anyway. I got my email address on the Railroad Overall homepage. You know, you can just go to the About section. There's my email address. You can just shoot me an email. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool too. With you being truck driver and all, I didn't know if you had anybody in the area or not. Raphael Scrapper, how you doing? I just wanted to shoot you the invitation just in case, brother. Cool. That's cool, man. Yeah, right on, nickel plated. Fix them up and get them back on there. Wilmer, are you thinking about going to N-Scale too, or what's going on there? No? Why not, Wilmer? Is it just too small for you? I can understand if you say yeah. Because believe me, I got some couplers I want to change out, and I don't feel like doing it either because they're so small. But you know what? That's one of the good things about having the cell phone, because you can always blow up the picture, make it bigger. Might end up doing that to get those things changed out. Yep, absolutely. I know what you mean, man. Too small is too small. Right on. I hope Nightbot's not bothering you guys. He's just on there promoting the channels for Vinny and Sparky and the Canadian Drone Hub. If you guys ever wanted to get into drones, that's where to go, man. Right there, Canadian Drone Hub. A whole lot of knowledgeable people in there for that. Otherwise, if it's trains, then just go ahead and hit up Sparky and Vinny. Wilmer, I gotta tell you, I don't even understand your question. Roy, I haven't seen it yet, but I plan on checking that out. I ordered my new drone. It's supposed to get here Tuesday. So I plan on flying that as soon as it gets here. The drone I got right now doesn't have the option to where it just hovers in place. So you have to do it manually. So flying that sucker is really tough. Oh, it's not too much bigger. But it'll hover in place if I needed to, or it can do flips and all that stuff. Where the one I have currently doesn't do any of that. Just wanted to kind of go up in size a little bit as I go. I'm not going to just rush into it and just buy a big old, $500 drone or anything. I've gotten my feet wet, so now I want to just jump in and see what happens. A little bit at a time. No worries, Roy. Well, that big long train that's going by, it's got 3 passenger cars on it. There they go right there, the 3 yellow ones. But my layout's not prototypical or anything. I just do it to have fun, so having passenger cars in between 3 tankers and a crane is probably not the most realistic thing a person would do, but like the shirt says, it's my railroad and I'll do what I want. Absolutely, they're nickel plated. Appreciate you coming in. Right on. There, I'll move the camera view around a little bit. It's not the biggest yard, but this isn't the biggest layout either, so it'll work just fine. You never know, I might get something bigger later on. Alright, Roy, you have a good day. Safe trip, too. I actually intended on putting this all out into the garage, but I was talking to Jack about that, and he said that the temperature changes might do more damage than good, so I figured he's probably right, so I just went ahead and just put it in the corner of the living room. Hey, Mr. Deltix. So that's where it's at. It's in the corner of the living room. Here, I'll give you guys another shot of the lights. It's not really that dark in here, so you might not be able to see them that good, but there they go. You can see them there lit up right down the center. There they are off, there they are on. So they make a pretty good difference on there. Just can't wait to get more lights on here. Like I said, I got some more ordered for the interior of the buildings. So once I start doing those, I'm going to put some more street lamps out on the layout. I'm going to have to do the wiring anyway, so that'll be a good time to do it. I'm looking forward to it anyway. And I'll do the houses too, but I'm going to pull them off of the layout and just repaint them. Because their colors just ain't going to work. Hell, one of them's got a white roof. That definitely ain't going to work. In the parking lot area of the distribution center, it just looks bland, you know, when you see that up against the white of the styrofoam. So I definitely need to get that landscaping to turn that corner and come down this way. Absolutely nickel plated. It is a cool hobby. And it can get expensive too, but it just depends on where you buy your stuff at. You know, if you're buying used stuff and going to garage sales and stuff of that nature, it's not too bad. When you start buying a lot of brand new stuff though, depending on what it is, of course, it can get costly. What I did is I just started looking for like lots of stuff on like eBay or something, or just, you know, stuff at a garage sale, something of that nature. That ended up working out pretty good. Then of course watching the videos on YouTube, that really helps. You start learning how to do stuff. You know, when I first weathered my first building, you know, I thought it was going to be like a difficult task. Or, you know, that you had to be like an artist or something to do it. But you don't. After you do one, you know, and you get the hang of it, you know, it seems like they're all pretty easy after that. And all I did is I just went out and bought a little thing of powder for modeling. Didn't cost that much. I think I got that on eBay too. Right here. It's got a bunch of different powders in there. Here, let's look at the back of it. Get a better look this way. So there's what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 different colors of powder. And that's what I use for the weathering. And one of the things I learned about it is putting it onto just straight up plastic, that ain't gonna work. So I'll paint it with some acrylic paint first, and then I'll put the powder on it because it sticks to it. It doesn't really stick to just straight on plastic. But once you do it, it's fairly easy to do. So if you thought about doing it, highly recommended that you do. I've only got one building on here that's not plastic, and that is that one right there. That's actually one of those paper models. But Tracy bought it for me for a Christmas present, I believe. So I had to build it, you know. Plus, you know, I do like it. As a lot of you probably know, I'm from Michigan, so. I've always liked to go to White Castle. But like that bridge that you see right there, I mean, that thing was just a solid, you know, gray plastic bridge from Caddo. And like I was saying, I just couldn't deal with that, so I painted it and then just weathered it. But I had to paint it because the powder wouldn't stick to it unless you painted it. So that's what I did. Yeah, there's a couple of buildings on here that are actually 3D printed. Like that right there is 3D printed. This one right here, that's 3D printed. That one right there is 3D printed. Then of course John Tanzillo did this one. That's the Joplin Depot. Yep. Hey Nietzsche, how you doing? Yeah, Roy, he did a really good job on that. When I got it, I just went ahead and painted it and then just weathered it. And Ron Perry is the one who showed me how to do the stained glass, so I got the stained glass in it. So I'll be looking forward to getting that thing lit up so you guys can see what that stained glass looks like in there. Because I gotta tell you, it really does look good. I was thumbing around with it the other day and I just put a flashlight up in there, like a LED flashlight. And it was pretty cool. Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to do a live stream when I go to put the lights in there, so. And I'll announce it first too, so everybody will have a chance to come check it out. It won't be a spur of the moment like this right here is. I'm going to announce it, so everybody get a chance to come check it out. Because I really do want to showcase that Joplin station. So I couldn't have done the glass without Ron, and I couldn't have done the Joplin station without John. Yeah, I agree, Wilmer. It will be very cool. And of course, I got my Firehouse whiskey car from Joe G. And that's on the train that's coming around now. There it is right there. Firehouse whiskey. Compliments of Joe G. That's a nice looking car. The door opens and closes on it too. There's a lot of cool stuff you guys can get from fellow modelers out there. And that is one of them. And I'm glad to have it. No, Roy, actually I'm not modeling anything really, you know, just throwing stuff together and just put on there what I like. I originally wanted to go ahead and put the roundhouse on here, but I decided against it. But I got the Joplin Union Station on there, the depot. That was the one thing that I wanted to have on here. So at least I got that. And I'm grateful to John for doing that, so that's cool. I'd like to see Vinny get his done too. I know he's been busy, he really hasn't had time to work on it. But it'll be nice to see his after he's got his done. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I actually did a video on that, you know, with a lot of their stuff. Because when I was first planning the layout, I was thinking about, you know, modeling it after their existing stuff, but I ended up not doing it that way. But I did consider it. The only reason I decided not to do it the turntable anywhere, the roundhouse, is I had a Bachmann one, and you really couldn't do anything with it as far as weathering. So I was looking at the Kato one, but then Mike Pfeiffer did his Kato on his layout. He did what he could with it, but it just doesn't give me enough to do to where I would like it, enough to where I would buy it to put it on the layout, if that makes sense. I decided that if I was going to get one, that I would probably just go ahead and get a Walthers turntable, because at least with that one you can go ahead and pretty much weather it. Can't really do that with the Bachmann or a Kato one. And they're not cheap. They're on the expensive side too. But I really don't care about that, I mean, you never know. I still might do it, but I highly doubt it at this point. But I can't never say never. That's interesting. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But more than likely, no. Damn. Yeah, I found something on the track. I'll just clean it off real quick. I saw a commercial here today for a real small little miniature cam. I had thought about that because I do have a flatbed that I could actually put it onto. It's actually got a pair of cars on it right now. Matter of fact, it's this one right here. But I know it'll fit on that. So that is a good possibility that I might go ahead and pick that up. I only wanted like 20 bucks for it, and it's got a memory card. So I thought about doing that, and I could put it on the flatbed and just run it around the track because it'll fit on it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely thinking about it. Because it would kind of be cool to see it, going around the track like that, no doubt. Absolutely it would. Oh boy. Phone's running out of juice. Got that little warning thing popped up, said battery power. It wasn't fully charged when I started the stream, actually. But I got a couple that's been recorded too. Yeah, I know. I saw that, Tanner man. He could do some pretty cool stuff with that 3D printer he's got, no doubt about it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got a couple videos that I've got recorded that I put onto the OBS. When I can do a live stream with the OBS with recorded video, so I've done that a few times. Hell, I even ran it once overnight, just for the hell of it. They ran for like 9 hours. with a video in a loop. Bench work, eh? Yeah, I hear you. Well, that sun's coming in and messing up my bridge. Making it look all shiny and stuff, and it's not. Yeah. No, we're fine. We can leave it open. A cloud will come by eventually and block out the sun. I ain't worried about it. I need to get my Bigfoot out there. I got him bought. Just ain't never placed him yet. One of the reasons why I was doing some cleanup work on that island right there, because that's where he's going to go. And when I was doing the cleanup work, I was actually using a vacuum. So I didn't want him to get vacuumed up, basically is what it is. I also need to get some more rolling stock. I just don't have enough. I've got 4 DCC engines, 2 DC engines, and 1 DC steamer that works when it wants to. So one of the next things I'm going to buy is a DCC steamer, because I want one. I got one car that keeps having its wheel pop off the track. And he comes around a curve down there. But then he hits a rerouter and goes right back on. Yeah, I appreciate that. When I did those embutments, I had originally bought some embutments from Chooch, and when I got the embutments, they package their stuff, so well that when you open it and take the embutments out, you could actually use the packaging for a mold to make more, and that's what I did. So the 4 embutments that I have on there for the bridges they all came from molds from the Chooch packaging. So because I didn't have to buy more, that saved me some money there, and I just used Plaster of Paris to make them. I've also got the same situation with my mine. When I went ahead and did the entrance to the mine, here, let me show you. Those right there. Those are actually, those are from Chooch too. But again, I just used the mold from the packaging to make new ones. So those are actually handmade from the mold from the Chooch packaging. So that was kind of like a bonus to get that. Yeah, and to be honest with you, Roy, I seen that on somebody else's layout. I'm you know what? It might even have been John. I'm not really sure. Looks like I had a locomotive lost some cars here. Here we go. The Sparky factor is getting ready to kick in, I think. Yep. Looks like he might be derailed over there. Ain't that nice? Alright, well. I'll take care of that. There we go. Oh, that's cool. All right. So we're gonna have to go get those cars now. Got the little old workhorse on the job now. This thing is so slow. There he goes, pushing the cars. Haven't really ran him too much, so it's a good little switcher. All right. Get this guy out instead. Oh hell, he's got a hair hanging off him. There. Now we're back in business. All right, number 2. Uh-oh. Come on. Well, maybe not. Huh. That's interesting. Might be time to do some maintenance on these. Unbelievable. There he goes. Might have to just run him around a little bit. He actually got stuck and didn't want to move. Doggone it. I'm getting that low battery warning again, guys. Hey Andrew, how you doing? Yeah, guys, this phone's going to die here in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and kill the live stream before it dies on me. But yeah, check out Pusa Studios tonight. He's going to be doing his shout out for the channels tonight. Pusa Studios, go ahead and get that checked out. Oh, he says it's soon. Yeah, I'll definitely be checking that out. I got to charge up this battery on this phone anyway because it's about to die. I'm doing pretty good, brother. I'm doing pretty good. But I'll definitely be at your live stream tonight for that channel shout out. Absolutely. And anybody else, I recommend, everybody go to Pusa Studios live stream for his channel shout out tonight. All right, guys, this phone is about to die here, so I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. And just remember, it ain't a mountain if you don't climb it.